Good day everyone, I am Godensia. I am a student from 2000B from the Indonesian Catholic University Santo Paulus Ruteng. I am the leader of opposition in the opposite team. The topic of debate is online learning in new normal, service of education first. I disagree with online learning in new normal because online learning has problems and requirements. The first, the first is the piling up of tasks cause who continue to pursue curriculum achievement. In online learning, students are faced with many tasks because each subject or course has a task, and the assessment comes in sequence. When students work on one task, another subject is still waiting. This causes the task to accumulate create stress. Uh, the Indonesian Child Protection Commission said that many students experience psychological pressure to drop out of school because of various problems that arose during distance learning or online. The Indonesian Child Protection Commission has received a number of complaints indicating that the teacher and schools are still pursuing curriculum achievement. Although in the curricular circular of the Minister of Education and Culture number 4 of 2020, it states that during these days or online, teachers are not allowed to teach curriculum skills because of the limited time of learning, media facilities, and the environment which won't be upscaled during the learning process. As a result, many students feel burnt and experience psychological pressure, do not graduate from class, and even drop out school. For example, high school students at a school near the capital city of Jakarta experience fatigue and stress while doing school assessment. Isn't that very bad? Okay. The second, the second is many students are not served online, such as internet quota. Of course, we all know that learning online requires a lot of internet quota, whereas currently many parents of students are experiencing constraints due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, this makes difficult for parents to buy internet quota, especially if their children are at school uh, for more than one or more than two. Of course, it is very difficult. In the records of Indonesian Commission for Child Protection, 8 chooses one, 8% of the students said teachers put more emphasis on assigning assessments. Even rarely explains the material. Uh, even rarely explains the material. In the notes of the Indonesian Child Protection Commission, uh, there are only 43% of respondents during distance learning or online who get material from the teacher. One way the teachers do is using the Zoom meeting application. Okay, the second, I'm still the leader of opposition in the opposite team. Uh, the topic of debate is online gambling should be legalized in Indonesia. The notion of online gambling is a game where players will guess or choose a game among several choices where there are only correct choices. I don't agree that online gambling in Indonesia is legal because online gambling has a negative impact on and also society or people who play gambling. The first, the first is that the poverty rate is increasing due to online gambling education. If online gambling in Indonesia is legalized, of course the poverty rate will increase. One of the online gambling that has become increasingly prevalent lately is lottery. Toggle or Dark Toto is a game that guesses the secret number that will come out in the exit number player. This is an illegal gambling because it is done in secret by some people who understand each other and are involved in the gambling game. In it, there is bet from each participant, where those who went to join lottery gambling only have to set aside money to buy numbers to the lottery uh, organizer can buy two or four figures with 1,000 rupiah. If the number that is paired or passed by a participant or player comes out, uh, the player will get a cash amounting to 60,000 rupiah, or depending on how many numbers they guess and are correct. But even if it is like that, to get the victory in guessing just two numbers of numbers, at least we have to put up 100 different numbers. And if, for example, 100,000 rupiah is multiplied by 1,000 rupiah, then the total that has been issued is 100,000 rupiah, which if we win we will only get 60,000 rupiah, which means the player will get a loss of 40,000 rupiah. When a player wins, of course he will return to play with the hope of winning and the ambition to get more money. Even though this is a trick so that people are always win, they even have to accept many defeats rather than victories. And if a player who is dedicated to online gambling and loses, he not only loses money, loses his job, and home or property is even tapped. The what is from the case of a former supervisor, namely, uh, namely Pepe Excel, who had to lose his job, home, and even lost his children and wife to uh, due to his online gambling education. This is only one case, while those who take part in online gambling are not only a few people, even more than hundred or even thousands of people, a dozen of people. Uh, doesn't that cause the poverty rate in Indonesia to increase? Okay, the second is that online gambling causes players to be depressed. Online gambling players don't always win. Uh, Even these players experience more defeats than wins. Defeats repeatedly cause online gambling players to lose their homes and assets and even get into debt. This is causes a player to experience stress or depression, which result in him gambling, ending his life by committing suicide, like the case faced by Mr. Agus Maulana, age 32, who ended his life by hanging himself at public cemetery Karet Cipayung Depok because he was in debt for online gambling. Okay, that's all. Thank you.